Welcome to the Class Academic Tutorial. Thanks for watching our videos online. Please, if you haven't subscribed, please do it, press the subscribe button and notification bell in order to see our educational videos online. Remember to share this video with your friends, families, relatives, colleagues at home. Thank you and God bless you. Today we are going to be covering out the Y 2022 chemistry practical. The first question, which involves the redox titration, specifically the IODlMETRIC titration, IODlMETRIC titration, and here is the materials needed to prepare the solution for the experiment. Now we are going to firstly preparing our indicator, which is our starch soluble indicator, our starch soluble indicator. So I'm going to weigh 1.0 gram of this starch and dissolve it inside 100 ml of water, of distilled water, so as to produce 1% of starch indicator. Then after that, I want to eat it on the Bunsen burner. So let's measure this as we start. So we are going to take 1 gram of soluble starch. So let me take my filter paper. So I'm measuring with my filter paper now. So remember we are measuring 1 gram of this. So you hold your weighing balance, then you set it to 0. Measure that set it to 0. So that's that. So then you now measure 1.0 of soluble starch. .63. Okay. Just need it to now. We're almost there. Okay, this 1.05, 1.08, you have to reduce it a little bit. Okay, we are here. This is 1.0. So here we have 1.0 soluble starch. Now you have to dissolve it in 100 ml of distilled water. So I'm going to pour it inside my beaker now. I'm going to pour it inside my beaker, which I've done. Then measure 100 ml of distilled water. Measure 100 ml of distilled water. This is a cylinder. You can make sure cylinder to measure it. And if you have a volumetric flask, you can dissolve this in 100 ml of volumetric flask. So I'm using my measuring cylinder now. I'm improvising by using measuring cylinder. So now okay. Let me use this one to save our time. So I'm measuring 100 ml. So here we have 100 ml of distilled water. Okay, it's now up to that place. Okay, you can see that this 100 ml of distilled water. Make sure that it is accurate. This 100 ml already exactly. So now after you have measured 100 ml, then Make sure you pour it inside your beaker containing soluble starch. Then stir it. I'm going to stir it. Make sure you don't have additional mass. So I'm going to stir this now. Stir it very well. The reason I'm preparing soluble starch is because we need it to cool to room temperature. So while we wait for it to cool, we'll be preparing other reagents for the experiment. So we're going to heat this now for 5 minutes. In the next 5 minutes, we are going to heat for the next 5 minutes. So I'm going to place this on the tripod stand, and you can see that my Bunsen burner is there already. So what I'm going to do now is to on the Bunsen burner, then so you heat it for the next 5 minutes. So while we are heating it, let's go to the measurement of our Na2S2O3. Now we are going to measure this now. And how to measure this, we are going to weigh 24.82 grams of sodium thiosulfate. We are going to measure 24.82 grams of sodium thiosulfate pentahydrate per dm cube, meaning that I want to weigh this in 1000 dm cube of water, of distilled water. So we are going to measure the sodium thiosulfate pentahydrate in 1000 dm cube of solution. Now why do you do that now? I'm going to measure the sodium thiosulfate, and I'm going to dissolve it in 1000 dm cube. 1000 cm cube of distilled water. So where is my salt? This is my salt here. So this is my salt here. Then I'll weigh it now, which is 24.82 grams. 24.82 grams. So I'm going to So make sure you don't use this thing is not contaminated. You can decide to use another filter paper for your measurements. Remember, we are waiting for this one to boil for 5 minutes. So checking my time for it as well. So now this is sodium thiosulfate. Sodium thiosulfate. This is sodium thiosulfate. So I want to measure thiosulfate. I want to measure 24.82 grams. And 4.82 gram. So yeah, make sure that this is very nice to have any contamination. On your weighing balance, then place this on it, set it to to 0. So now let's measure 24 of this. I'm going to need a lot of it, and make sure that this thing does not pour down. So you make sure there's nothing on the scale itself. So we have I'm going to 20. Okay, but I have to weigh 24.82. So this is already 25. So let's reduce it. 24.8 to 24.8. This one is 24.84. So let's reduce just 24.82. We are going to 24.82. So this one is for 24.8. So let's just add a little. Okay. So this is 24.8. I have to make sure, okay, there already 24.82. So we are going to dissolve this 24.82 inside what? Inside the distilled water, and 1000 ml of what? Distilled water, 1000 ml of distilled water. So here you have to be careful so that you don't lose your what? This, because this is a little bit what? Much substance. So you take it gradually. So that's it. So then let's dissolve it to what? Distilled water. You have to fill it to what? To the brim here, because of what? You have to fill it to the brim, but before that, let's use this to rinse it first, so that nothing stays at the what? So now, let's about fill it with what? Distilled water. So this is going to 5 minutes now. So let's put this on down. It's up towards 5 minutes. So that's that about that. So it was 18 minutes before. So we have less than 1 minute to make this one work. So let's shut down this. So that's that about that. So here's our starch what. So we allow it to cool to room temperature. So that's our starch. So now let's dissolve this now. Let's dissolve this by what? By adding what? 1000 what? cm cube of water to the what? To the mark point of the what? Volumetric flux. And then we dissolve, we shake as what? So let's, as I'm pouring the water, make sure you shake vigorously so that to avoid what? To make sure that this thing dissolves completely. So let's add let's shake again. So it's just for the, let's shake again. Let's go. So you still shake again until you see that they have what? So yeah, now you can now fill it to the brim. So since we have seen that everything has dissolved, careful. So when you are almost there, just make sure you can use what? Diff. You can use the what? The still water in the wash bottle down to fill the rest so as to avoid not exceeding the what? The mark points. So now let me use this. So you can see I'm almost there. So that's it, exactly. So you can see everything has completely dissolved. So this is that about what? This is what? That's that about what? N2, S2, O what? Na2, S2, O3 dot 5 water pentahydrate. So now let's pause this one to what? To another container so I can make use of this to prepare my water iodine. So I want to pour it here. Prepare my iodine because I already have one of this. So what I'm going to do now, I've rinsed this one before. So I will still use it again as to avoid any form of contamination. Now let's pour this one inside to save our time. So this is to be labeled what? Is to be labeled. So we have to label this one. So when it is selected, we have to label it what? We have to label it B. Let me label this one now. So this one is what? B. B sodium what? Sodium thiosulfate. Thiosulfate. So that's that. So now let's go into what? The preparation of our what? Iodine. So I would like to what? Rinse this one. I will wash it. So now after rinsing this one, I will prepare this what? The iodine. How do I go about that? So the first thing is to weigh what? Weigh 6 grams of what? Potassium what? Iodide. So 6 grams of what? Potassium iodide. 6 grams of potassium iodide on it. 6 grams of potassium iodide. So this is potassium iodide. This has been already weighed already. So let me just put it here. This is what exactly what 6 grams. So with the line, so it has been weighed. 6 grams has been weighed. So I'm just going to use it directly. So it has been weighed already. So to save our time. So, but if you want us to confirm it, let's quickly confirm that. I think it's 0. This is, you are going to dissolve this in what? In 1000 ml of what? Of distilled water. So I'm pouring this now. So make sure that you don't have anything on the filter paper. So now, so the next thing is to make sure that there's nothing on that is what side now. Now fill this with what? With a what? what? Distill water. At least distill water of about what? About 400 centimeter cube before you add your iodine crystal. Because this crystal will not dissolve in distilled water directly. You have to dissolve it in what? Potassium iodide. So this is our potassium iodide now. Let me just shake it a little bit. So now let's add what? 25 grams of what? Of iodine crystal. 25 grams of iodine crystal. So I'm going to use another filter paper this time around. Then edges so that to avoid any loss of what? My substance here, because iodine crystal is a little bit what? It's a solid form, it can what? Roll away. So I'm going to make an edges towards it. So now let me now hold my what? Filter paper now. I want my what? My weighing balance ladder. Then let's put this on it. Then set it to be 0. So this is 0 now. Let's weigh what? Let's weigh our iodine. You have to be careful here. Iodine to what? To about 24.2, 25 point what? 25 point. So 25.4. I have to put this. So this is 25 point what? 25.4. So you can reduce it a little bit. So yeah. That produces some kind of what gas, and the gas that usually what you have to be fast about it and don't allow anything to get lost. So that's why you have to make an edge. Then shake thoroughly. You can see the change in color. So that there is no loss in oil. So let's put water to So let's shake thoroughly before we fill it to the brim to avoid what? You can see that this is the color of iodine. So let's add what? The rest of the water there. Let's shake it again. So then add it to the broom now. So you're almost there. So let's use the what? So we're exactly we're there already. So that's that about iodine. So we have prepared what? The two reagents now. These are iodine here. Is it up to the mark? Yes. So that's that about your iodine. So now we have to measure this what? Pour this what? Now let's carry out titration. These are what? These are being cooled. So you pour it inside what? Your indicator. So pour this inside your what? Indicator here. So this is your indicator bottle here. Let's mix it. So I'm pouring this now. While I keep the rest. So here's my indicator, let me label it. Starch. Starch indicator. So that's that about that. So now let's go to what? Into our titration now.